This is 21 Questions. It's a trivia podcast. My name is Mike van Acker. I'm very glad you're here. Let's go. Question 1. What's starting with V? Is a cycling stadium better known as? That's a velodrome. Question 2. Which girl's name that begins with K was the name given to the hurricane that devastated the US city of New Orleans in August of 2005? That's Hurricane Katrina. Terrible tragedy. Question 3. How many wheels are there generally on a human-powered rickshaw? A human-powered rickshaw, just the two wheels. Question 4 is always a true or false on this podcast. True or false? The actor Tom Cruise's real full name is Thomas Cruise Mapother IV. Is that true? Is that false? That's true. Thomas Cruise Mapother IV, Mapother, is the spelling of Mapother. And he shortened that obviously to Tom Cruise, and you would, wouldn't you? Question 5. Did the ancient Greeks or the ancient Romans invent glass mirrors? The ancient Romans are credited with creating the first man-made glass mirrors. It was in the 1st century CE, and they were very small, crude, and dark by today's standards. Prior to that, they generally used polished steel or bronze as a reflective surface, so they have that in common with public toilets all around Australia now. Delightful. Question 6. According to the old proverb, empty vessels make the most what? That's noise, and I'll leave you to interpret that any way you like and see who you might know that applies to. I'm just saying. Question 7. Which 2 TV sitcoms has the actor Ed O'Neill starred in? Ed O'Neill was in Married with Children and Modern Family, both very funny shows. First clues now for the Who Am I? We do that after question 7 every episode. Today, it's a person. Who am I? I was born in London to parents of Nigerian and Afro-Brazilian descent. My full name is made up of 6 words and over 35 letters, but my middle name is Henry and I am known by only one name. As a young man, I studied architecture and did some modelling before I broke into the music industry with the 1990s electronic dance hit Killer. Do you know who that is yet? I think you will after question 20, and there's more clues coming up along the way after question 14. For now, though, question 8. What creatures would an apiculturalist keep? An apiculturalist or an apiculturalist collects bees or keeps bees. Question 9. Making his debut in September of 1963, in which comic series does the fictional villain Magneto most frequently appear? Is it the X-Men? Is it the Amazing Spider-Man? Or is it Superman? That is, of course, the X-Men. Now, I mentioned Magneto at a trivia show a little while ago, and on the Monday night, someone corrected me when I said Magneto. They went, it's Magneto. Then on the Tuesday, I said Magneto, and they said, it's Magneto, you idiot. So you decide, you say it any way you like. Either way, the answer is the X-Men, and I would like to move on now, please, and thank you. Question 10. Prior to the change in 1972, what was the former name of Sri Lanka? It starts with C. Well, most recently they were called Ceylon or Ceylon, Ceylon, but going back a long way, you would have to accept the names Serendip, Serendip. Did you know? I did not. Question 11 is another true or false. I always write these to be a little bit obscure, that everyone's kind of having a little guess. So here we go. True or false? According to Mel Blanc, who originally voiced Bugs Bunny, Bugs Bunny's accent is from Flatbush, New York. Is that true? Is that false? Mel Blanc says Bugs Bunny has a Flatbush, New York accent. That's true. Question 12. Which 11-lettered S word means in excess of what is required or sufficient? Did you get superfluous? Superfluous. Question 13. Which L country, so a country whose name starts with L, shares a border with Egypt, Sudan, Chad, Niger, Algeria and Tunisia and the Mediterranean Sea? That would be Libya. Libya. Question 14. Which food, it's got 4 letters in its name, is made by coagulating soy milk and then pressing the resulting curds into blocks? That would be tofu. It's apparently very, very good for you, and yet I am immune to the charms of tofu. More clues now for the Who Am I. If you remember, it's the singer who's generally only known by one name. Who am I? My prominent facial scars are the result of discoid lupus erythematosus, which I developed in my early 20s. In 1991, I had a hit single with a song called Crazy. From 2005 to 2014, I was married to the German supermodel Heidi Klum. That should help. If you're going to get it, you're going to get it now, although I have got one more killer clue coming up after question 20, so hang in there if you don't know, but I think you probably will. Question 15. Which actress was in E.T., Poison Ivy, Batman Forever, Music and Lyrics, and The Wedding Singer? That would be Drew Barrymore. She's been around forever. Question 16. In the UK and in security terms, what is Military Intelligence Section 5 better known as? It's right there in the question, MI5. Question 17. Which hugely successful 2006 self-help book was written by Rhonda Byrne and was the basis for a movie of the same name? That would be The Secret, which is all about the law of attraction. Has anyone read that book and really applied the principles, and did it work for you? Please send me an email and let me know, mike@triviatribe.com.au. Good-o. Question 18. Which eyesight deficiency was first written about by the English chemist John Dalton in 1798 and therefore was originally referred to as Daltonism? That would be colour blindness, and many more men are colourblind than women, which actually is my excuse that the colours I choose when I'm decorating something, I'm just not good at it. Question 19. Is it still alive or not so much? Today, Yoko Ono, linked with the Beatles' history, of course, was married to John Lennon. Is Yoko Ono still alive or not so much? Yoko Ono is still alive. She's 93 years old. Question 20 is always a music question. Here we go. Which legendary singer appeared in the movie The Blues Brothers and was ranked by Rolling Stone magazine as the greatest singer of all time? I should tell you, she's a she. That's Aretha Franklin. Aretha Franklin. She sings Think in The Blues Brothers, I'm pretty sure. Final clues now for the Who Am I. The singer, known by only one name, had the hit song Crazy, married to Heidi Klum. Who am I? I'm best known for the 1994 ballad Kiss from a Rose that has the distinction of featuring on 2 different movie soundtracks, those being Batman Forever and The Never Ending Story 3. I share my name with the sea creature. I am Seal. I feel like a lot of you would have been onto that after the second set of clues, and probably some of you from the first. Okay, let's do the player questions. That's where you, the listener, can send me a trivia question about anything that has caught your eye, and I will ask the group. Last episode, Bob sent me borborygmus is better known as what bodily function, and apparently it's the technical term for your stomach rumbling. So if you're hungry, you've got borborygmus. Or if your stomach is rumbling, that's your borborygmus playing up. Good-o. Thank you, Bob. That's a great question. This episode, Melissa sent in The Hobbit, who says, "What have I got in my pocket?" Now, I didn't quote that with the right inflection. Well, if I did, it's an accident because I have never seen The Hobbit and I don't know the answer. But thank you, Melissa. I will look into it. What have I got in my pocket in The Hobbit? Who says that? Alrighty, that's another episode of 21 questions done and dusted. Thank you very much for listening, for your support, for your feedback along the way. I really appreciate it. This podcast comes out every Tuesday, Thursday and Saturday. Meet me back here in a couple of days and we'll have another crack at it. I've been Mike van Acker. I love you. Catch you next time.